Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Picks Porch. As always, I'm XFL Jim, joined by the one, the only, Drunkle Stew. It is Chase. Lupine Fiasco, Sessoms. What's up, dude?
Nothing much, man. Just got my daughter's birthday party this weekend. Pumped about that.
Sick.
Bunch of 4-year-olds running around. Got 8 spring football games. Bingo.
I thought you were gonna say 8 4-year-olds.
No, I don't. I don't tally my 4-year-olds. You know, you never count your 4-year-olds before they hatch.
Smart move.
Yeah,
Smart move.
yeah, of course. And no, not weird sounding in the slightest.
No, not strange or disturbing at all. I thought I'd dress up for the show. It's going to be a very nice. It is the final Picks Porch for the regular season of the XFL. Eric's asking in the chat, what's the cake situation for the birthday party?
There's a big ass cake that's just sitting in my fridge right now. Which
What
means
kind of
it's
cake?
very. It's a birthday cake. It's
Generic birthday cake?
I mean, it's like a princess cake.
Yeah, but like just a regular cake, not like an ice cream cake, not a
No,
super chocolate or vanilla.
no, we're humble people, Jim. It's vanilla, white icing, I believe.
Nice. That's a solid move.
Yeah, hard to go wrong.
Yeah, you hit him with the fundamentals.
Boom. That's the using the backboard of cakes.
This is the Picks Porch, the show where we just blast you in the face with picks left and right. What we've been doing in the heat of spring football, in the height of spring football, with both the XFL and USFL going on. I am XFL Jim. We dedicate a lot of time we will pick every game, give you an awesome parlay of both leagues, the little combo parlay. But before we get into those leagues, we have 5 picks apiece to give to you. Chase, I'll let you start us off tonight.
All right, so it just came out that Embiid is out. I believe he sprained his knee. That line for the 76ers versus the Nets dipped to Sixers -2. Listen, Tyrese Maxey is good. James Harden is playing well and scoring well. Yeah, Embiid's a big loss, but I kind of think that they broke the Nets back last night. So I'm gonna go with Sixers -2 here.
Okay.
I'm meat and potatoes -110.
I like getting them at that short of a line.
For sure.
For the exact reasons that you put out. Eric already with his picks. Towns over 30 points and Wolves money line, same game parlay.
Ooh. You think so? I like it. I thought the just Anthony Edwards last game was just insane. If he plays like that, I think they can win.
I think so too. My first play is I'm going to be a little MLB bitch boy. I'm going to take the Texas Rangers -1.5 versus the Oakland A's. This is just a pure. So my early baseball moves is I just find the teams that I want to fade and just take every team against them. So I've been betting heavily against the A's and heavily against the Royals. It's been doing pretty good for me.
Man, I have a hard time imagining anyone goes to A's games for the rest of the season. Like if they're going to Las Vegas, nope.
Yeah, but they're not going for like a few years.
I know, but I think, dude, that announcement.
They're just done.
Yeah, like I think Oakland just like they're gonna be the Oakland Spiders ultimate frisbee team. Like the attendance is gonna skyrocket.
The arena football team is gonna go wild.
That's right. All right. Next for me, we got the Phoenix Suns against a Kawhi-less and playoff P-less Clippers. I'm taking the Suns to cover the 7.5 against the Clips. Another meat and potatoes -110.
I'm going to still go over to the NBA with you. I'm going to roll with the Milwaukee Bucks -5 versus the Heat. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, it was like the Heat like pissed them off whenever they won Game 1 when Giannis hurt his back.
I could very easily see the Bucks just kind of like going to town and winning this one like 5.
Yeah, quite easily. Yeah, they're tough, man. They call him the Freak for a pretty good reason, I believe. All right. I'm moving to hockey here. Got a little playoffs. What do we play in hockey? We play totals. Over 5.5. Vegas and Winnipeg. That number is 5.5. You go over.
You don't change it for the playoffs.
You don't. You just keep dancing with who brung you, and that's fun when there's not projected to be fun, and no fun when there's fun to have.
Eric went to an A's game a few years ago. There was like nobody there. I mean, that sounds about right for the A's.
Like, yeah. Do you blame A's fans in the slightest?
No, I don't. I'm also going to go over to playoff hockey, and I'm going to take a little money line action. I'm going to take the Seattle Kraken money line versus the Avalanche. I think the Kraken are trying to feel themselves a little bit here, and they're going to roll with some momentum. I know that's in Colorado, but give me the Kraken here.
All right, sticking with hockey. Last pick for me: Toronto at Tampa Bay. Total set at 6.5. You know what we do with 6.5s? We just boom. Stone the fun right under it.
Nuke that, baby. I've got one Korean and one Japanese baseball play for the people out there. Give me the Saitama Seibu Lions money line versus the Oryx Buffaloes. This is okay. I'm a very analytical guy. This comes down to Chase. What do I always relate my sports stuff to?
Food.
Yeah, food and other fun things that I did. Yeah. I went to the train museum in Saitama when I went to Japan.
Yeah,
awesome. Recommend it.
That's cool. They seem like a very like train, positive,
yes,
culture. So
very train positive. So give me the Saitama Seibu Lions, and then I'm gonna take. You just talked about. You ride the horse that got you there. Give me the NC Dinos money line. I'm riding this team all year over the lot Giants. It's at home. Give me the Dinos are a wagon.
You know what? And if you think about it, you're driving your car with the liquefied souls of the Dinos, brethren. So you're really riding the Dinos all day, every day.
You're damn right I am.
Boom. Fossil fuels. I learned that on Nat Geo the other day.
Which now brings us to the spring football bonanza. Wait, you got one more.
You should bet on things you don't understand.
Oh, thank you.
Jim Galvano. We're going to go Major League Rugby. Old Glory DC versus the Utah Warriors, which this is Utah. I just assume it's a bunch of Hawaiian dudes that used to play football for BYU. I'm taking Old Glory DC plus 120.
Not taking the Polynesian team.
No. I'm going with, I love my country. You can put a crack in my arm like the crack in the Liberty Bell.
I also think the East Coast is kind of an underrated rugby spot.
Sure. Also, I talked myself out of the draw here, which was 20-1. It was Old Glory plus 120, Utah minus 150. The draw 20-1, simply because I have no idea what happens in the event or how a draw even happens.
I don't know how you get how do you arrive at a draw in rugby?
I have no idea. So it was a little bit. I know. I
did your eyes just like brighten up when you saw that option?
I did. It did. You know how much I advocate betting and things on things that you do not understand, but like this was just a step too far for me.
Yeah, we gotta wait. We gotta wait till NFL so we can bet on more overtimes.
That's right. Now
it's time for some spring football. Let's start with the XFL in the final game of the regular season. To start us off, we have the Guardians taking on the Battlehawks. Battlehawks -9, -400 on the money line, plus 300 for the Guardians. Over under set at 48 points. Chase, what are you doing here?
This line has moved a ton. I got on it when it was Battlehawks -8. Now that it's floated up to 9.5, I go ahead and I switch sides here. I go with the Guardians plus 9.5 in this game. It does seem like it's kind of loaded for an over. I could see both these teams being kind of, I don't know. I could see Orlando coming out fired up. I could see St. Louis being kind of tight. And, while we think that this is like an over, it could be a more obvious under if you think about it.
It could be in some scenarios. Like Dormady's been kind of a turnover machine recently a little bit, but he's still a really good quarterback. AJ McCarron out of character, threw a couple picks last week against the Sea Dragons. I'm just going to try and fade pressure here. The St. Louis Battlehawks have all the pressure in the world. They had pretty dang high expectations coming into the season. It comes down to this game. And not only to make the playoffs do they need to win, but if Seattle wins, St. Louis needs to beat Orlando by 19 more points than Seattle beats Vegas. Like, they need to blow the Guardians out.
It's hard. It's going to be really hard to do that. Like, I just don't see it happening at
There
all.
hasn't. There's been like
try
one.
their damnedest.
I think
could
one
win
game
by
has been a
10.
blowout this entire season, and that was Houston, Orlando, like week 3.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's hard to think that like a team is just going to roll over and say, "Please score all these points on us." Like, these are guys who it's not like they're locked up in NFL contracts. Like, they're still trying to make teams and stay on teams that they're on and everything. It's
Unless
weird.
you subscribe to #XFL rigged, then obviously they want the Battlehawks in.
Yeah, and they'll win by 60 in that case.
Yep.
It'll be the greatest.
Dormady will go down, and then the Battlehawks will win by like 45 points.
He'll be hit by a traditional Polynesian sleeping dart and just
Either that, or the other #XFL rigged scenario is St. Louis wins, and then they just put the game into Vegas's favor, and Vegas wins against Seattle.
Oh wow. Oh man. You just blew my mind. Like, there's so much at play here.
There's so much at play
for 4 playoff spots.
And literally, potentially, all 4 games matter tremendously. I'm on the Guardians plus the 9 where I'm getting them. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on that money line too, and I'm gonna take the over just because I feel like both teams are really gonna try and focus on the offense. Chase might be right. This might be a sneaky under. I'm also gonna take the Guardians first half money line.
That works.
No matter what.
That's a smart play.
First half money line is plus 225. I like that one quite a bit.
Yeah, they always have good, strong opening drives, and that certainly tilts things in your favor if you're just betting the first half.
And I think the Battlehawks have only led at the half in like 2 games the entire year.
Right, and that was just recently.
Next up, we have the DC Defenders, San Antonio Brahmas. Defenders -3 on the road, over under 41.5, plus 130 on the money line for the Brahmas, -150 for the Defenders. Must win, cannot lose for Brahmas if they want their playoff hopes alive. DC locked into first place already, got the home field advantage. You might see a little stress-free DC.
I think even if DC doesn't necessarily play everyone all game, that they're good enough to beat the Brahmas by 4.
I also
straight up like, so I'm on DC minus the 3.5. Like, they might play with their food a little bit, but I think they cover.
I've been torn on this game all week. Haven't bet this one. Didn't bet it early. I'm gonna lean towards DC minus the 3. I'm gonna take the over in this one too because I think DC's defense might get a little like lackadaisical, and the Brahmas obviously are gonna really be trying here.
Yeah.
It's only 1.5. Yeah, those are my plays for that one. I was gonna maybe take the Brahmas plus whatever first half, but it's only 1.5. Don't like it.
All right.
Game number 3. Roughnecks at Renegades. Renegades -1, over under 41.5. Renegades -115 on the money line. Roughnecks -105 on the money line. So this one is real important. I think if you're gonna be smart about it, you wait till Sunday to bet it, so that you know the outcome of the Defenders-Brahmas game. Because if the Brahmas lose, this game is meaningless.
True.
For both teams.
True.
And they'll play each other the next week.
Yeah. All things being equal, I still think Arlington wins.
I mean, I still think Arlington wins too, because I think if Luis Perez isn't in, like if they still keep him in, I bet, because he's still learning the playbook week by week. He's still fresh.
Yeah, but if Brandon Silvers isn't in, they were bad with.
They were bad with Brandon Silvers last week.
True. I am so like not sold on their ability to win the league, much less the South. That I actually dropped a little something on a Renegades future at 14-1.
I think this is a story of 2 teams going in opposite directions. The Roughnecks started the season super hot, looked great, and then about since week 6, they've been on a downward slope where they've looked worse every week. And now the Renegades in the last 3 weeks have just looked better and better since adding Perez.
Now that they kicked that bum Kyle Sloter back to the USFL, I mean, sky's the limit for Arlington. Right?
You're damn right it is. Also, 41.5, this is probably the only under I'm going to play in the XFL this week.
That's fair. This looks like it could be a very under game. Very under.
Houston
is just lost everything that they had offensively, momentum-wise.
And if the Brahmas do lose, this game won't matter. They're not going to want to show anything because they're playing again in 1 week. Yeah. So they're going to keep things very vanilla. That total will drop.
Yeah.
So I like getting on the under 41.5 right now. Last game
could be a field goal contest. I really do like that under.
Very well could be. Last game, Vipers at Sea Dragons. Sea Dragons minus 8.5, over under 47, minus 380 on the money line for the Sea Dragons, plus 290 for the Vipers. Similar situation. Sunday, you might see a totally different line. Yeah. Like if St. Louis just straight up loses to the Guardians, then this game is meaningless now.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not. Seattle would still need to win.
Yeah.
Basically, Seattle's a win and they're in situation.
Yeah. Give me Vegas plus 9. I mean, they seem to have something figured out now. They're able to. They're not good for a win, but they're good to cover a touchdown and a 3-point conversion.
I was gonna say Vegas improved from just being laughably bad. They're still laughable, but they went from just being straight up bad to at least they're a good covering team.
Yeah, they're good at covering, but they have a coach who is just allergic to winning. Just absolutely allergic to winning.
The bitches are against him, Chase.
The bitch set me up!
I'm also on Vegas here, plus the 8. I got 8.5. I still like that. 9 even better. I'm on the over 47 in this one. I think Vegas, the defense is just not great. And Seattle might just go for style points. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm definitely on the Vegas plus the 9. I think this could also end up being an under because
it's so high.
Seattle doesn't have to score points at all. It's a wait and see game.
Do you think scoring points is not in Ben DiNucci's soul?
Yeah.
Do you think Ben DiNucci doesn't want to show off to the world?
The intercontinental denuclear missile, the laser guided Guido.
He could go off.
He could
at any point. He's got a hair trigger.
So. Yep.
To the USFL.
Let's go.
Starting off, Gamblers Breakers in Birmingham. Breakers minus 6.5, minus 235 on the money line, plus 195 for the Gamblers. Total is 39 points. This was probably the toughest game of the week for me to cap.
Man, this line moved a ton. I actually got it very early in the all 8 game God parlay with the Breakers as 5.5 point favorites. I probably still take the Breakers. You know what? I take the Breakers minus the 7. The Gamblers didn't look great, but this line has gotten big, and I'm not happy about it.
Well, it just means you were on the good side.
That's right. It's true. I mean, yeah,
that's
I definitely got the right side of the number. A little
Chase,
CLV.
we're trying to be sharps here. That's what us in the biz call a little closing line value, a little CLV.
Yeah, except I was a dope and did better straight up. It's just all in an 8-leg parlay.
Boom. Eric said sharp side. You're on the sharp side.
Sharp side.
I'm also going to take the Breakers. I'm going to chase smoke a little bit here and take a minus 6.5. I like the over 39 against a defense that's not as good as I feel like we think the Maulers defense is. That offense for the Breakers could just go off.
Absolutely.
You might see McLeod Bethel-Thompson just be offensive player of the week. Easy.
Yeah, man. There's definitely some smoke behind the whole Maulers defensive line thing. Like, they're good. Boogie is good. They've got
Boogie has been good in these spring leagues for the last 3 years. He's been amazing. I love Boogie Roberts so goddamn much.
They've got some other headhunters on that defense. So,
the Gamblers just don't seem like the same team they were last year defensively, and the offense still leaves question marks.
I would still take it at 7, but just not feel great about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like my limit. That's my limit. I don't feel great about the 6.5, but I'm going to take it. Game number 2.
Anything over a touchdown.
Yeah. Game number 2. Showboats, Stallions. Also in Birmingham, back-to-back Birmingham games. I talked about this with Eric. It's kind of bullshit. The Stallions don't play a true road game till week 5, week 6.
Right.
Against Michigan.
This could be a really sneaky underplay.
So the total's 44.5. Stallions minus 7, minus 340 on the money line, plus 270 for the Showboats. I got the Showboats at 8.5, so this line seems to be moving my way a little bit. I think you're right. This could be a sneaky underplay. The Stallions offense went off against the Generals, but the Generals gifted them a lot of early points, and they sort of just the Generals walked in, tripped, fell on their face, and then just never recovered.
Pretty much. And now you've got a lot of questions with the Stallions in terms of quarterbacks. You have Mago, who you can tell is not Skip Holt's first choice.
They also have Sloter.
They have Sloter, but I want to say that now in their second year that these USFL schemes and playbooks have probably gotten difficult enough that he can't show up on a Thursday and then start on a Saturday.
Yeah, probably not.
So I think that this is it opened at 7.5. It stayed at 7.5. I think it's a good spot for the show. Take the showboats plus 7.5, but definitely if you're going to make an investment in this game, invest in the under at 44.5. Just the game script and the offensive style of the showboats lends itself to this under very well.
Yes, I will be on the under, and I will take the showboats plus 7. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on that money line. I'm going to sprinkle.
I think it's worth it.
Like I talked about with Eric, basically this is my test it theory. If the showboats lose and they don't cover, I'm not betting against the Stallions until they leave Birmingham.
Pretty much. I thought I've been struggling to get USFL lines. Like I didn't have them for week 1, but always have had access to the futures. They did not move the futures like after week 1. So I jumped on the Stallions plus 275 because that honestly feels like value because I think that's just going to keep.
They're gonna make the fucking playoffs. They're gonna make the playoffs.
They're gonna make the playoffs. They have a great shot to win it all. Like I did not think they looked like a good team last year. They look fantastic this year.
Eric also shouting out something we want so bad. Props. Where are the Collins props? The other thing that lends to the under is the showboats have a pretty dang good running game.
Yeah. They're going to be able to chew up yards. Alex Collins has done nothing but play excellent games in the Libibity Bowl, by the way.
I wish if this was in the Libibity Bowl, I'd be all over Memphis.
Yeah, that's the time for the Collins props when they're in the Libibity Bowl.
Generals Maulers. The opening game for Canton. Generals -5 on the quote unquote road. You don't know which fans are going to show up in Canton. Total is set at 36.5. Maulers plus 185 on the money line. Shout out Ducky. I know he actually might be at this game. He's a big Maulers fan. Number 1 USFL fan. XFL, me. Ducky is probably the number 1 USFL fan.
All right. I'll tell you what. I kind of think that I saw enough out of the Pittsburgh Maulers last week that it gives me the green light to speculate a little bit and take them to cover against New Jersey this week.
I don't hate it. I've been running through this in my head like all week am I overreacting to week 1? That's something that is a big mistake that we make in like every sport. Do we overreact to week 1?
Yeah.
The Generals looked bad against a really good team. The Maulers defensive line looked really good against what we came into the season thinking was a good team in the Breakers, and I still think they are. I'm going to go under 36.5. Call me crazy. It's a low total, but I'm going under. I'm going to take the Maulers plus 5. I think even if they lose, that 5 is crazy because I think the Maulers will just eat up this Generals team.
Yeah.
And obviously the passing is going to suffer because the passing didn't look good against the Stallions, and it's not going to look good here. I'm also going to take the Maulers straight up.
I'm just going to stick to the Maulers plus the 5. I think the thing with the Maulers is going to turn into close spreads for the rest of the season because I think they're such a rock fight team.
You might see a lot of 3.5s.
I do like the sprinkle. I wish I can see plus 170, which while not bad, I feel like Pittsburgh Mauler victories are so rare that they should be cherished by much better odds.
Last year they were getting like plus 400 and everything like that. I think this is just a combination of Maulers looking more competent and the Generals not looking very good last week. Game, Panthers Stars. Already, I think this is the USFL game of the week. This one should be a shootout, a banger. Stars -3. minus 150 on the money line, plus 130 for the Panthers, over under 46.5. I'm going to say it's a high total. I'm taking the over just because I want it. This is a gut. This is a feel play. I want that over. Give me the over.
I think both these teams can score points. I think it's a great overplay, honestly.
I feel like it's going to be a public overplay, but the offenses in week 1 for both these teams looked amazing. Everyone knows my love for Case Cookus. I love the Stars to death. I think 3 is a little much. I'm going to take the Panthers plus the 3. If it gets to 3.5, I would love it more. If I can find a 3.5, I'm going to love life.
Yeah, I went ahead. I thought the 3 was maybe right at it. So I took Philadelphia minus the 3 here. I think Michigan is a very good, ball team. I think they're going to push for that second playoff spot. I kind of just think that Philadelphia in year 2 is going to stand out a little bit more than year 1 of the Mike Nolan regime in Michigan.
And I think having the guy, the reason the Stars kind of faltered a little bit in the middle part of the season in the earlier part is, their quarterback went down.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
Now they have Cookus. If Cookus is there, they're solid and their offense is good. And their defense looks like it really hasn't missed a step. It might even get better.
He's a dog. He is a dog.
Oh,
Chase Cookus.
I love this team so much.
Yeah.
Now, Chase, it's time to build our round robin and our parlays. You
Okay.
want to do our the team round robin first?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
You
I'm
lead
starting
off.
us off. Guardians plus 9.
Guardians plus 9. I'm gonna go with. Of course, you go Guardians plus 9. I'm gonna go DC Defenders minus 3 or 3.5, whatever you got them at.
Got it. We're doing every game, correct?
We're gonna do an every game round robin.
No. Okay, this will just be our straight up round robin. Okay, so there's
our like four play round robin.
this will be our 4-player.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the USFL. I'm gonna do the Maulers money line to give us a little plus money there.
And I'm gonna go Showboats plus 7.5.
Okay, I'm getting plus 1883. So for the round robin, if we do the 2-way, plus 2626, baby.
Boom. I like it.
I like that quite a bit. Let me just actually punch that in. Bam. And okay. Now it's time for just straight up parlay. Each one.
Okay.
I'm going to go for my parlay. My best parlay. I'm going to go Guardians plus 9. The under 41.5 in the Roughnecks Renegades. Vipers plus 8.5. Showboats plus 7. Maulers money line. And over 46.5. It's a little degen, but it's plus 7,000.
All right. I'm gonna give you the one that I've already got locked in here.
Give it to me, baby.
What I've got them locked in at. So it is Stars minus 3, Breakers minus 5.5, Vipers plus 8.5, Maulers plus 5, Showboats plus 7.5, Battlehawks minus 8, Arlington minus 1, DC minus 3. That's plus 17,571.
Sheesh, that's your 8-teamer, huh?
Yeah, that's my 8-teamer. 25 would bring back $4,857 with a included $439.27 boost.
I might as well give my 8-teamer too. I'm going the Guardians plus 9, Defenders minus 3, under 41.5, Roughnecks Renegades, Vipers plus 8.5, over 39 of the Gamblers Breakers, Showboats plus 7, Maulers money line, over 46.5 in the Panther Stars, plus 26,241. So $25 for me gives you $6,500 back.
Okay.
And then let's do our double, our team up 8 team. So we'll just switch off back and forth. Gentlemen, you will start first.
Okay. Let's go under 47.5 in the Guardians Battlehawks game.
Oh, you're going under?
Yep. I'm putting that on you.
With your sneaky under.
I'm going with my sneaky under.
I'm going to do us a safe one right here, Chase. I'm going to go Defenders just money line.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and better value in taking Renegades -1. Let's go Renegades -1.
I'm going to take the Vipers plus 8.5.
Okay. I am going to go.
This is a tough one.
It is. I think the best option, honestly, is still just the Breakers -7.
I don't hate it. God, do I get super risky with it? No, I'm gonna do the Showboats +7. I wanted to take the money line, but yeesh.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go under 36.5 in the Generals and Maulers game,
and I will go
Michigan on the money line. Come on.
I love the Stars too much, dude.
It's tough.
If I was going to take any risky team on the money line, it'd be the Showboats. Do I go back and switch the Showboats money line and just take the Stars money line?
Do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Switching it to Memphis Showboats money line plus 270, Stars money line. Chase, that gets us a parlay of plus 25,963, of which $25 would net you $6,490.
Ooh.
I'm also
Look at that.
I'm gonna round robin that one too, by the way.
Go for it.
Where a $1, or if you do like a $5 round robin, it stakes you $400 some, but you win $1,300.
You doing it?
I'm doing it for a little less money, but yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Boom, we're in.
We got a little crazy there.
Yeah. Favorite XFL or USFL bet of the weekend?
I'm gonna go with. I think it might be the Showboats +7.5.
I was either gonna say that or the Guardians +9 for me.
Yeah, those are two big numbers. That's gonna be such a weird game. I don't know what to make of that and all the nervous energy.
Weird.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a ton of just nervous energy in this game.
Last for you, Chase. Last bet I'm going to have you make is, so I've started the new trend of the live streams for tornadoing. I got to go pick up some beers tomorrow. Over under 6.5 tornadoes over the weekend. The whole week, both days.
They haven't taken kicking out of USFL games yet, have
Nope.
they?
So for the rules for everyone, the live stream rules are I have to tornado beer for a missed kick, a coach's challenge, or a fumble or pick six.
Yeah, defensive touchdown. Yeah, because they
should we add special teams touchdowns to that too? I think we should add special teams.
Yeah. I mean, I think that counts. You know, I think we would have, if it happened, you would have been like, yeah, I'm drinking. Yeah, because they still kick the ball in the USFL. I think 6.5 is a terrible number, and I'm gonna be. I'm
trying to.
Can I put all of my gym bucks on you drinking over 6.5 beers in the course of a weekend?
I mean, it's -130.
Well, I mean, when you're throwing 20,000 plus gym bucks at
that's fair. That's fair. You're gonna basically like almost double your money. The line may move, so if you're betting it now, yeah, you can throw your gym bucks on that.
I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna
have to create a gym bucks spreadsheet.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, because I don't want you to lose track of how many gym bucks I have before you move. You know.
I won't. Don't worry, Chase. I will not.
Yeah.
But that'll do it, everybody, for this episode of Spring Fever. Chase, what do you got going on in life?
You know, I'm around. You can check out my horse racing podcast, The Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. We are 2 weeks out from the Kentucky Derby. So
it's that close, huh?
It's that close. It's that close. Yeah, we are 2 weeks out from the Kentucky Derby, which means we're 4 weeks out from the Preakness. I'm doing a giveaway with my podcast. I've got a badass piece of commissioned
It's so
fine
cool.
art. Yeah, so all you have to do, listen to the show, drop it a review, and if you drop a review, you're entered with a chance to win it. So that's all I got.
Y'all know what I got going on. The live streams over the weekend. Every XFL and USFL game we will be watching along. So come hop in with us, watch the games with us. It's a fun time. It's a fun time, fun way to enjoy your Saturday and Sunday. XFL versus USFL video just dropped today. So go check that out. XFL Jim versus USFL Jim. The battle of the century is out. And, I got the gymnasium with this guy later, and I do Spring Fever with Eric.
Here we go. These big galoots.
Thanks all for watching. We appreciate it. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time for more